What's up, everyone? This is Dave, aka Finance Guy, bringing you another 54 bucks EverQuest raid on a local install of EQ Emulator. We are in North Temple of Veeshan still. The past several videos have been me going around this pit and killing everything, almost everything. I skipped Miranella. She's a little too hard right now, and I've never actually attempted Viam, but if you know his mechanics, it's an AoE knockback, and as a boxer, that's basically death. So I'm going to figure that out eventually. I moved into the north wing. The triplets are still a little tough just because pulling is weird. If you pull more than one of them, it's like that's game over. They don't have a lot of health, but they hit hard and they have nasty AoEs. So we're over at Neverderia and Jorlleag. I can't kill Neverderia either. Her spin stun is a little lethal to me, but we are going to kill Jorlleag. He can be pulled. She can't. She's rooted. He's not. So we got to split them. So real quick, I'm in GM mode. That's why my name is green. I'm going to run down the hall. They will not aggro when I'm in GM mode. You can kind of see Jorlleag right here. He is weak against fire, immune to cold, weak against poison and disease, and kind of strong against magic. So I'm going to do /NS, big fire, to tell my guys to use their fire spells, mostly for the wizards and mages. I am also going to come to EQ Emulator .net. And see Jorlleag right here. Jorlleag, not really sure. He's got, let me zoom in, he's got 250,000 hit points. So he doesn't have a ton of health. A lot of these other dragons have like close to 500. So he's a little easier. I don't know if maybe they expected you to fight both at the same time. I'm not really sure. He does hit pretty hard. That's, fairly hard, but he only attacks twice around. He has a 1 second delay. We saw his resist in the game. He doesn't rampage, so that's great. That makes him a lot easier. He's slowable because this is not checked. And real quick, we'll go into his AoEs. Looks like he has a lot of spells. Is he like a cleric or something? He's a shaman. Yeah, it looks like he's a shaman. So he has shaman spells. And I believe he has an AoE too, but I'm not going to sit here for a while and figure that out. And then we can see his drops real quick. He will drop 3 of the following items somewhere in here. And I could actually, I could highlight them and show you them, but I'm not going to. But if you've liked what you've seen in these videos, I'll just say real quick, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love the love. I appreciate it, and I'll keep making these as we go. Eventually, I'll run out of targets and move to another expansion, or maybe talk about other things that I do. I might actually do a series on 6 boxing or 6 botting. That's when you play one character and spawn bots to control 5 other characters, which is something else you can do when you install a local version of EQ Emulator. So I'm going to turn off GM mode and come back to this. I'm going to use a complete heal rotation, so I'm going to bring my guys a little closer to this corner. I don't want, just in case the AoEs, I'm sure he does. I'm going to just kind of put the clerics here and kind of tank like right over here. So whatever reason, Hazashi sometimes forgets that he's not supposed to follow me anymore. His client like acts up sometimes. So the healing rotation is set up. We're going to do a 5-second delay. I'm going to say, follow me, not clerics. So everyone but the clerics will follow me. We're going to get into position. I'm going to stand like right here and then stop. And then I'm going to switch to Arthur, who's generally the guy I pull with. So we want to aggro both of them. And then we want Neverderia to forget about us. So what I'm going to do is turn off Arthur's macro and kill his pet. So I'm going to pull Jorlleag with Harm Shield. That's going to aggro both of them. Jorlleag is going to follow me down this way. And when I get about to here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel Harm Shield and feign death. And this might be easier with a monk, but I'm just going to do it this way. And in fact, you know what? I know what's going to happen. I'm going to do this with a monk. We're going to do it with Hops. So I'm going to switch to Hops. Same idea. Just we're going to use Void Dance Discipline instead of Harm Shield. So I'm going to run in. I'm going to use Void Dance. I got aggro on both. Oh my god. Neverderia. I guess Void Dance doesn't avoid. Interesting. So I got out of there. So that didn't work. So okay. So I have a problem now. So I'm going to feign death. And what I'm going to do is just switch to Dave and summon Hops back safely. I'm going to turn off Hops' macros just so he doesn't get aggro on those guys. So I'm going to switch back to Arthur and do it the original way. So Void Dance does not make you avoid Call to Zero. That's what happened. He got Call to Zero. So we're going to Harm Shield on Arthur. Now I can't be Call to Zero because Harm Shield blocks it. And bring Jorlleag way down here. Bring Arthur way over here to hide, so Jorlleag stops casting. I'm just going to kind of hide around the corner. I'm going to cancel Harm Shield and immediately feign death, so we forget it. So we lose Neverderia. So now I have Furious up, and I'm meleeing Jorlleag. I'm gonna debuff him. I'm going to start the complete heal rotation. Looks like we lost Charlotte. That's a weird character to lose. Guess she got aggro. She's a rogue. That's very strange. I'm gonna dot him. I don't know if he's a belly caster. I've said this in every dragon video in this dungeon. I do not know if they're belly casters. So I always assume they are. I got everyone under him. Funny story, in corrupted North Temple of Veeshan, which is on live in the Reign of Fear expansion, Jorlleag has a nasty heal. If you don't kill him fast enough, he basically just heals pretty much. I don't know if it's infinitely, but it's every so much time. And if you don't have the DPS, you just don't kill him. I was in a raiding guild for a while that we weren't very good. We were kind of like a family raiding guild, and we just could not kill Jorlleag because we didn't have the DPS. It was so frustrating. This Jorlleag is pretty straightforward. I don't really anticipate any type of trouble from him. As you can see, he's going down fairly fast. We're gonna just keep Dave in place. I'm gonna activate quick burns to tell my melee to use her offensive disciplines. This guy's easy. He's like, for this deep in the temple, he's fairly easy. It's just that Neverderia is so hard. Her spin stun essentially locks you up. And if you're out of range of the healers when that happens, like if she summons you and spin stuns you, you'll be out of range of the healers who are hiding from the AoE, and you'll die. And that's why I can't figure out how to kill her. I feel like I need like 500 magic resistance, so maybe I can use a veteran AA and max out my magic resist on her. But then I wouldn't have that AA for another fight like Viam, who you also cannot get hit by the AoE. You essentially wipe, because as a boxer you can't easily run everyone back down to him. So that's been a problem, or I anticipate. So Jorlleag's at 10, 9, 8. He's going down fast. Super kind of trivial fight. More tricky to pull than anything else. It took me a few tries to learn how to pull him. I think I wiped 3 times just screwing up the pull. But now he's, as you can see, that was just kind of silly. So we did lose Charlotte. We'll bring her back. Summon. I don't res. Everyone else is fine. I'm going to reset everyone's macros so the complete heal rotation turns off. As you can see, it's 8:33 p.m. on a Friday, so I'm not going to do loot with you guys for this video. I will show you the loot, of course, but I'm going to figure out who gets what in a second. I'll talk about the loot real quick. So Helmet of the Crawler, probably good for a bard. It's not super high armor class for a tank. There's much better options. The stamina and agility is decent for a bard, especially the stamina. The Crown of Resilience, it has the focus effect, but honestly, I don't really find this focus super useful. But I find the resist very handy, so I would actually consider giving this to a melee character because of the resists. One of the biggest problems I have is melee characters getting killed by AoEs, or even casters, since I pretty much face tank everything. I don't kite in and out of AoE, so basically whoever needs resist will get it. Do I want to show you guys anything else before I go? Let me just gather everyone. Guys, see how everyone runs around. Oh, Zasha ran off, and then where'd he go? He warped back. I've been showing people my macros a little bit. That's over. That's not this. That's here. I will go into this more in other videos. If you want to see stuff about the macros, please tell me. I'll prioritize it a little more, because right now I'm kind of promising that I'm going to go over it, and I never do, and I will eventually. So if you like what you saw tonight, if you saw the other videos, which probably posted over several days, please like, share, subscribe, comment. If you're in the EverQuest Facebook group, I do lurk around. I do post videos there sometimes. If you want to contact me, feel free to DM me. I usually respond within a few hours. So until then, you guys have a great one, and see you next time.